Instagram is your boat. And so
Right.
you have to curate it to the client and the lifestyle and also the influence that you want to make. So I'm not going to do like, let me do this cut crease with this damn glitter on this damn eye and this damn lash and see how many likes it gets.
Mm-hmm.
No likes. No, hardly any likes.
Welcome to the Friends in Beauty podcast, a safe space for ambitious beauty industry creatives to have real talk, get real answers, and practical tools to grow their businesses. My name is Aquia Robinson, and I'm a makeup artist, beauty educator, and the creator of Friends in Beauty. I created Friends in Beauty to support like-minded creatives, just like you, on their quest to connect, network, and build genuine relationships within the beauty community. Join me every week as me and my special guests reveal the keys to success and longevity in the beauty industry, and most importantly, have fun while doing it. You ready? Hey, what's up? It's your best friend in beauty, Aquia Robinson. Welcome back to another episode of the Friends in Beauty podcast. Today in the Friends in Beauty guest chair, we welcome Merrell Hollis, celebrity makeup artist, beauty director, and skincare expert. In this episode, Merrell drops so many gems on everything from the importance of networking to gain experience and grow your business, set etiquette when working with celebrities, to why male glam squads seem to be a little bit more common than all female glam squads. Merrell also shares how he's managed to continuously stay booked with 20 plus years of experience in the industry and gives us some tips. We also got to talk about how he partnered with the doctors at Lavanya Beauty to launch a vegan skincare line that is a product of decades of knowledge and passion for healthy and flawless skincare and so much more. But first, let me give you his official bio. Merrell Hollis is a quiet storm that has influenced our perception of the exquisite. As a makeup artist and grooming expert, his creativity has cataloged mediums, models, innovators, celebrities, and legends alike. His hands have effortlessly molded the images of an entirely new pop civilization of music, culture, and the new black elite. His indomitable standard is precise, but he disarms you with his smile, leaving imprints that have opened the doors to lasting relations. Born in Georgia, Merrell's fascination with couture and makeup commenced when he was just a boy. At 17, he forced his way onto a shoot with his favorite R&B group, 112. It wasn't long before he was being nurtured under the guises of Maurice Beeman, who mentored and imparted expert advice. His degree in fashion marketing and design from American Intercontinental University and being a licensed barber and esthetician also provided a solid perspective of how he would conduct himself as a businessman in New York. Today, Merrell has anchored himself as a reputable force in the industry. Whether dealing with the esoteric, the sensational, or the ordinary, Merrell's eye for details has refined fashion's concept of editorials, commercials, and beauty presentations. His approach to beauty alone is epitomized in how he captures the emotion, allowing its effects to grab you and turn the page. Merrell is the grooming consultant and makeup person for all artists at the Sean Combs Bad Boy Entertainment. He is also responsible for the many faces of our beloved queen of media, Wendy Williams. Both these innovators have allowed their faces to be canvassed by this young visionary who delivers them to the public with elegance and sincerity. His cosmetic expertise has been shared with Access Hollywood, Entertainment Tonight, and the CBS Early Show. Editorially, his artistry has graced the pages of Vogue, Harper's Bazaar, In Style, Vanity Fair, Essence, GQ, Details, Interview, Rolling Stone, People, and Men's Health. His work has also appeared in music videos for Sean P.Diddy Combs, J Blige, Nelly, Usher, Faith Evans, and Ludacris. Some of his celebrity clients include Naomi Campbell, Diane von Furstenberg, and Kim Cattrall. Throughout the decades, Merrell's consultancy with the beauty industry has allowed alliances with the leaders of Clinique, Bobbi Brown, MAC, Lancome, and Versace. His work also appears on product packaging for L'Oreal Paris, Saatchi & Carson, in addition to being on display in the company's advertising. He believes that good skin is the foundation for great makeup. And so do I. I'm so excited for you to hear this interview. Merrell is so knowledgeable, and we ended up talking for quite some time that I had to split this interview into two parts. So let's get into part one of this interview with Merrell Hollis, and be sure to catch part two directly after this episode. Welcome to the Friends in Beauty podcast, Merrell.
Hey.
It's so good to have you. Literally, when I thought about doing this podcast, you were one of the first people that came to mind because I cannot tell my story of success thus far in the beauty industry without including you. You have been such a big inspiration, a big help, a big everything to me. So I knew that I had to have you on the podcast for sure.
Aww.
So before we get started, I just want to start off with like getting warmed up, little icebreakers so people could get to know you a little bit more, a little bit deeper. So I want to start off with, give us 3 random facts about you.
Let's see, 3 random facts. I am from Columbus, Georgia, which is a small town in Georgia. I'm a very picky eater.
Are you really?
Yeah, I am very basic when it comes to food. As much as I've traveled, I'm not going to eat everything. I love horror movies. I can watch them all day, in the daytime, morning, at night, anytime. I can watch horror.
So you're from Columbus, Georgia.
Yes.
You're a picky eater, and you love horror films.
Yes.
Okay. So other questions for you before we jump into the nitty gritty of everything.
Right.
Fill in the blank. I'm most happy when blank.
I'm most happy when I'm doing makeup.
Okay. Best compliment you've ever received.
Is I love you a compliment?
Is it?
I think
it could be debatable.
I think it is. I think that's something that, like, when you hear those words, it's like, it's better than anything.
Okay. And is that from like a loved one, or like somebody, like a romantic I love you, or just in general, just I love you?
I think in general, like not a superficial, like, love you, mean it, not that. Like, I love you. Like, you know.
Okay, yeah. I can see that being a compliment.
Yeah.
I can take that as a compliment for sure. All right, another one. What's an emotion that you have a hard time controlling?
An emotion I have a hard time controlling. I can be a little hot-headed, so I'll go off.
That's that Sagittarius.
That's the Sagittarius.
Y'all real fiery.
But it takes a long time to get me there. But once I'm there, you know, why'd you bring me here? That's exactly
how I am. As happy and cheery as I normally am, like I could take a lot of stuff and it just builds up and it builds up. But once I reach my breaking point,
it's a wrap.
Like, it's a wrap. I'm done with you. You might as well hang it up, throw in the towel, because I'm done.
Right.
Yep. And the last one, if you weren't a makeup artist, what would you be doing?
If I was not a one of them, if I was not a makeup artist, I would be a veterinarian.
Really? That was one of my things back in the day. I didn't know that we had.
I love animals so much.
Oh my gosh. When I was in high school, that was one of the things that I wanted to do. I wanted to be a veterinarian, and then it changed to I wanted to be a hairstylist. So ended up back in the beauty industry, but a vet. Right. I love animals too.
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah. All right. Well, that was interesting because I didn't know some of those things about you, so that was cool. I hope, like, if you have something in common with Merrell, let us know. You could definitely comment once we post something on social media. Let us know what you have in common. But let's go ahead and jump into it. Like, take us on a ride. Tell us about your journey. I want to know everything. So how'd you even get into makeup, and like just take us on a ride, like whatever you want to share.
Okay, so I'll do, because this has been a long ride and you only got so long.
Yeah, just the good thing. Well, everything is good, but the highlights, the lows, everything.
Right. So for me, this whole journey has been nothing short of entertaining. So started when I was 17, snuck on a video set, became the makeup artist for the group that I snuck on a video set to see, which was 112.
Okay.
From then, did 112, Jagged Edge, every Atlanta artist that came through, you know, I pretty much touched every video, all their little fashion shows, and even the Bronner Brothers stuff and all that stuff. Then met Kim Porter, who was basically my first muse. And I went on a vacation with her, with Diddy. And then that's where my whole world, everything switched and changed. I was probably about 20, maybe, or 19 or 20. And yeah, so I went on that vacation, and that's where I met Mary J. Blige, Naomi, Beyonce, Kimora Lee, Russell Simmons. It was star-studded. It was Christmas, so everyone went to St. Bart's for Christmas. I kind of connected with a lot of celebrities there as friends, you know, less of a makeup artist because I was there for Kim.
Right.
I ended up pretty much doing everyone's makeup, not Beyonce and stuff, but definitely Naomi and Mary J. and Kim Cattrall and God, who else? It was a couple of people there. So I ended up, you know, connecting with these people. And then from there, Puff loved my energy. He brought me on with Bad Boy. So I ended up being the guy that made everyone, as he would say, make everybody sexy. So everybody's sexy. So when Loon came out, when, you know, Carl Thomas dropped his first album, God, what was her name? She used to sing that song, I Love You.
I know that song because I was watching the video. So don't break my heart.
Yeah.
Judging our singing now.
Yes. I can't think. I haven't talked to her in years, but her, then we started doing the Making of the Band, Who Wants to Work for Diddy, all those shows. And then I started getting more into TV and film, Greek, you know, those movies. And then I got a call from a young lady named Hadia, who told me that she wanted me to work on this TV host. And I was like, TV host. I got to go to work every day.
Is that Hadia who does the wigs?
Yeah, she's amazing.
I love her.
Yeah. So I ended up doing a test with her. Well, actually, she told me who it was. I did it. I did a test with her and ended up falling in love with her. And here we are 12 years later.
Wow.
This is the 11th season on the Wendy Williams show. And yeah, and then in the interim of all that, I met some amazing doctors. We shared the same vision and came out with a skincare line.
Oh, wow.
So there's it's a long journey. I missed a lot of things, but I want to say stuff for you.
Also, we could definitely dive deeper into some of those things for sure, because I do want to know more about, you know, later on the skincare line and how that came about, and if anybody's interested in doing that, how they can, you know, go about that. But take me back to the Bad Boy era. Like, how were you, if you can remember, how did you feel in that moment as kind of like still a new makeup artist trying to find your way into the industry? But it's like when you first started, it's like you hit it big. Like you went, it was like Bad Boy, and that you've been there for like 20 years? Yes.
So it was basically my full-time job. You know, as everyone knows, Puff is a mogul, and he's probably a billionaire now. Well, probably not, I don't know. He's probably somewhere close to that.
Close to it, yeah.
Yeah. He deserves every penny of that because he does not sleep. He's always thinking about work and being progressive and what's the next thing, what's the next thing, what's the next thing. So there wasn't a lot of sleep during those days because when he's up, you up. Yeah. And then he had his albums dropping, the TV shows happening, the other artists I had to do, but also don't forget Puff.
Right.
Do Puff, and then you got to do these people. So like it was crazy, but it was amazing. It was exciting. I never felt left out. I always felt included. Kim and Puff treated me like family. I never wanted for anything. Like it was just, everything was just pretty much there.
Right.
Yeah, so it was pretty much one of the, probably the highlight, one of the biggest highlights of my career.
Nice. So now sneaking onto video sets, is that something that you would recommend these days, or you think people should go a different route? Because you were bold.
Well, see, the good thing now is that you have Instagram. So now you can sneak into people's DMs.
Yeah.
So it's different. But there was no Instagram. There was no social media back then. I think it was maybe MySpace, maybe
Black Planet.
Friendster, Black Planet. Yeah, stuff like that. College Club.
Yeah.
So it was like things like that. But no, sneaking, you can't sneak on a video set.
Right.
So we're going in, like, shoot your shot in the DM, shoot them your page. That would be my suggestion for something that you should do.
Okay. Because that's what I would love to know. So that you mentioned that we're in the social media age and things are different now from when you were building your business back in the day.
Right.
So
I'll be aging me, girl.
back in the day before social media. Can you imagine before social? I mean, I remember before social media, but a lot of people don't. But especially with building a business that is so visual, like beauty, what ways did you go about building your business back then, and how is it different from now?
Well, see, the difference from back then and now, when I came up, it was about your talent, your set etiquette, and your personality.
Right.
So you didn't have a memorable personality. Like, if you didn't connect with people on set, and you know, I connect with everyone. I connect with the lady who put the food out. Girl, what is it today?
Right.
Ooh, I remember that last time. You got to connect with every single person. The grip, the PAs, you know, the photographer, you connect with him, but the photographer is going to be busy. So guess who I'm really connected with? All his assistants.
Right.
Because I know if you're working with him, then that means that you're good and you're accessible to me, so I can do photo shoots with you guys. You know what I mean? I can call you guys whenever I need you all, you know, and we test and create. Now it's pretty much, you put a picture up.
And sometimes it's not even the person's picture, but we ain't gonna do all that.
We ain't gonna do all that.
Sometimes it's not even the person's picture. But you know, I digress.
digress. But yeah, so you do that. And what I say for people who are just starting out, if you want to do celebrities, which I don't think that should be a goal. I think your goal should be to want to be a great artist so that celebrities will want to come to you. Right. That's what you need to do. But these young kids don't think like that. They don't want to think like that. So I would say for you, for people that are, you know, learning with social media, I think the best thing to do is to, when you post a picture, you need to mimic or put your own twist on the trend and things that are going on right now so that it can have legs. And when I say, I mean, it has influence so that somebody's going to see that picture, they're going to share it, they're going to post it, they're going to use something else. Girl, did you see this? They may copy it.
Right.
But, you know, you just keep going. Do your thing and just post. Don't just be doing anything. Because I see a lot of makeup artists that first start out and they're like, I'm just going to do, you know, this is creative, avant-garde. Ain't nobody checking for that no more. And if you're just starting out, it don't look avant-garde. It may look like you may think it, but it looks crazy. You got a feather last year, you got purple going over here, you got glitter down here, a black lip, highlight, contour, all this stuff like that, and you think it's sick. And then you put a face tune over it. That is sickening. It's not sickening.
Yeah.
It isn't. So you need to tailor. It's just like with a designer. You know, a designer has avant-garde pieces, and we know that he can, you know, do that evening gown and all that. But you got to appeal to the masses first because it's all social influence. So you have to create things that people can identify with first, and then hone in on that, and also do your creative stuff. But if you want to move socially with the media, you have to do it that way, in my opinion, starting out to be seen.
Right. And that's something I always tell my students too, since I'm teaching at Bennett, and most of the people that come in, they have never, ever touched a face like ever. So I'm teaching them basically from the very basics, just the basics, because it's makeup 101. But a lot
Right.
of times when I ask them what they want to do, they want to do avant-garde, they want to do this, they want to do that. I'm like, you need to learn how to do the basics first. Like, can you
Right.
match this foundation first? Then you
Yes.
can move on to avant-garde once you leave here, because I don't even know how to do that stuff. I mean, I could, but I don't like it. So
Right.
I think it
We're the
looks a
same
mess.
way. It's skin, it's natural beauty, bringing it
Yeah.
out. You know, you have, and you know, I mean, I hate to say it, but unless you got a full-time job, avant-garde ain't gonna pay your bills. You
Yeah.
got to be able to create something that you can live in, that will feed you and your family while you're also having fun.
Right.
So that, you know,
Right.
yeah.
So speaking to the back in the days and coming up, like what are your thoughts on networking, and how important is networking, do you think, to grow your business?
Networking is huge.
Mm-hmm.
Every single person who makes it where they are don't just wake up and they wake up great and they made it to the top because, you know, they are just that great. You know what I mean? Like, there are some people that everyone's great, everyone's amazing, but we're humans and it's about connection and it's all about a helping hand.
Mm-hmm.
So just like you have to give helping hands out, someone has to give you a helping hand. You don't have all the contacts.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way if you're starting out that you can get a contact at L'Oreal. Who do you
Right.
reach out to? Who do you know? So you need to network and figure out what's going on. Like, who's doing this over here? Who's doing that over there? You know what I mean? And I hate to say this, but it does matter. Who you keep around you
Mm-hmm. Is a reflection.
is a reflection of who you are. So if you are around a crowd that is not doing the things that you are doing, or a negative impact on what your image is and what
Yeah.
people see you as, you're not going to get very far.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they say it's lonely at the top.
Wow.
So, you know, it gets like that. You got to drop some of these people off. You can still talk to them, still contact, stuff like that, but you got to drop some of those people off and network with people that are like-minded and that are moving in an area that you want to be in, because that's how you get information. Unless you're just going to go back to school and read books and then nobody. You got to network people and do, you know, when you're in the creative space, like us creatives, we don't really, our attention span, well, my attention span is that of an ant. Like, so, like, for me to be in school, it would be so hard. You know what I mean? It would be just very trying for me. I can do it, but do I want to?
Right.
You know what I mean? So I think that, yeah, you got to network and just network with people that are going to the places where you want to go. Mm-hmm. They may turn you down a little bit because guess what? Nobody wants, who are you? Why am I networking with you? What can you also bring to me? Because these jewels. So you need to build yourself up and know some things and study the person that you're networking with. And so you have some things to talk about so you can connect. Mm-hmm. Once you, then that's all it is. And it's authentic, you know?
So do you believe in like the traditional sense of networking, going out to events, meeting people in person, or how do you feel about, since you're a makeup artist of a certain, I don't know, I don't want to say stature, but you have a lot of notoriety under your belt. How do you feel about people sliding into your DMs and trying to network with you, or send you an email and trying to connect with you? Do you rather them reach out to you in person, like just seeing you at an event at the makeup show or something like that? Or how do you suggest people reaching out via social media?
So I think that can be, for me, it becomes like, if it's at the makeup show or something like that, it becomes overwhelming. So, and my memory is not that good. I will not remember your name. I will always remember your face, but it's very hard for me to remember like names. Just because we come in contact, you know, when I go to work, I deal with 30 people. There's a camera guy, there's this person, it's that person, it's that person, it's that person, that person. So it's all these names, and it's, you know, you remember that stuff. I would rather, for it to stick on me, I would rather us meet in person, and organically,
Right.
not running up to me and be like, hey, love your work, blah, 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 blah. Here's my card. Because I'm going to be like, whoa. And then I'm going to take your card and I'm going to put it in my pocket. I'm not going to throw it away. But then when I get home, I'm going to be like, wait, who was this? Which one was this? Wait.
Yeah.
I threw like, dang, I forgot who was what. You know what I mean? It's not up to me to research these people to see,
Right.
you know, because a lot of people are like that. Well, I gave you my card. Well, I didn't remember. Well, why didn't you just look it up? Oh, you want me to look you up.
Right. That's a bit much.
But for me, absolutely not. That's not how this works. So it's do it that way. And then if the person does not reach out the first time, it may take 2 or 3 times, because sometimes people need to realize that you're serious.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm not, if you hit me up one time and I hadn't hit you up and now you got beef and now you got an attitude and you don't even know me, that's on you.
Right.
I ain't think you are.
So one thing I could say to that point is literally every time I tell my story, I tell people that I met you, but I didn't see you until like the following year. And like every now and then I would just reach out, hey, Merrell, it's Aquia. How you doing? Hey, hope you didn't forget about me. Hey, like if you need me, that type of thing. Because like you said, people are human. So first of all, how do you know they got your text or your email? Follow up again. Like until somebody actually tells me no, like I'm going to keep on reaching out. And I think it speaks to the power of following up, because now I'm interviewing you on my podcast. Like if I didn't keep on following up, I wouldn't have built the relationship that we have in order for me to even be able to reach out to you to do something like that. So if you do meet people, for sure, make sure you're following up with them, and don't just follow up one time, because they might not have gotten it. They might have, I know I open text messages all the time and I read them and I'm like, I'm going to respond like 5 minutes. And the next day I'm like, or even the next week, I'm like, oh my God, I totally forgot to respond.
Hit me back. And it's like, please don't take it personal.
Yeah.
And then, well, you too busy for me. Well, I mean, maybe I am. Sorry. Not for me to apologize for it. Like, we all, mess up, and, just forgive and move on. But yeah.
Right. So what advice can you give to people who they label themselves introverted? So I know when I first started out as a makeup artist, I don't consider myself introverted. I don't even consider myself shy. I think it's just that people need to get to know me. I'm very observant and I like to feel people out first. And I don't just talk for no reason. Like I have to have something to say in order to just talk. So I know with me doing the Friends in Beauty events, a lot of people are saying, oh my God, I'm introverted. Like this is so overwhelming. I don't know how to, walk up. I don't know how to hold conversations with people. And I know that you mentioned that, personality means a lot when you're walking into spaces, and just to attract certain people and just to maintain and build those relationships. But what about those people who don't have those big personalities or feel as though that they can't communicate well?
Okay, so I mean, for that, I would say, because we're not Broadway actors, so it's not a requirement as a good artist, because there's some top artists that are super quiet and don't talk, right? So the problem with that is if you're it depends on your demographic, right? Mm-hmm. If you're in LA and you're quiet, you're gonna rise faster because it's LA. Eventually, you're gonna get there. Okay. If you're in a smaller town with like less beauty influence or things like that, you have to do things that will make you stand out more. It doesn't mean that when you come into the room and you're like, hey, like, because a lot of people hate that person. I'm not that person.
Me either.
I don't want to be the person where it's like, I'm in the room. Like nobody. It's like, oh God.
Here you go again. Here go Merrell.
It's not about that. It's just about when you see somebody and when you meet them, maybe it's somebody that you've seen their work or you follow them on Instagram. Mm-hmm. You just go up to them if you can, or you get the right time. Don't wait. Don't do it when they're in a crowd, because that's intimidating. Maybe they went to the bathroom. Maybe they're going to get a drink. Maybe they're going to get a snack. And, you know, if you have a moment to get in, you know, just, you know, hey, how you doing? My name is such and such. I really enjoy your work. I love the third post that you did. It was super inspiring. You have to be specific and, you know, look them in their eyes, shake their hand, make sure you say, you know, you'll be hearing from me, you know, blah, 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 blah. Don't bombard them. Just network in an authentic way. Don't be thirsty, because the thirst, the aggression looks thirsty.
Okay.
When it's really just you being passionate. You're so excited.
Yeah.
Because this is like, finally, you know, this may be a chance. Just scale it back a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Or, yeah, that's all I can't even really, because
I would definitely say too, just to be authentic, to be yourself, because if you are nervous, it's nothing wrong with saying, hey, I am so nervous, but I could not let you go without saying something. I just had to come up and say something to you and let you know how much I love your work or whatever.
Yeah, that right there is endearing, because then it's like, then I want to give you comfort. Like, no, don't be like that. You know what I mean? So then that would make me connect more.
Nice. So I know with like doing a lot of research over the years on successful people, not just in the beauty industry, but definitely the beauty industry included, there's always one thing I noticed with them is that they always have a morning routine. So I want to know, do you have a morning routine? Do you?
I do have a morning routine.
What is it? What is your morning routine?
My morning routine is I wake up at 5:30, usually before COVID. And I watch my news, figure out what the weather is, what's the temperature outside, so I can see how I'm going to dress today. Mm-hmm. And then, I usually chant. I chant for a little bit. I thank God for a lot of things and just waking me up and, you know, keeping me current at this age and still being a name. I do that. And then, you know, that's pretty much it. I'm mostly just like grateful. Every morning I just start out just like, thank you so much. Because you've known me through some time. Yeah. So, you know, like for me, because I am a Sagittarius and I am from the country, and then I get into this big world and it's like, what else can I get into? And so there's a lot of things and a lot of like, it could have been a possibility I wouldn't have been here talking to you. You know what I mean? So, you know, just being grateful and thankful for everything that, you know, I have going on in my life, because there's so many people that have nothing. So what I complaining for?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you doubt yourself on, even though you're this big celebrity makeup artist? Because I really feel like people look at people who are celebrity makeup artists or who are a little bit higher up in the industry, and they swear that they don't have any challenges. They think everything is just good for them. Mm-hmm. And I know that it's different. Like your challenges are going to differ. I always tell people it's levels to the challenges that you experience. So what are the challenges that you experience now in your business as opposed to maybe 10 years ago?
I think the challenges now, and this is a great question, because I haven't even answered this on anything. Mm-hmm. My doubt started when social media happened.
Why is that?
I didn't know what social media was. Well, not Facebook, but Instagram. Yeah. Later on, like Instagram started happening, and I started seeing all these amazing pictures. And I was like, how are they doing makeup like that? How in the hell? And then it took me so long to realize that, you know, it's the model. It's a great camera. There's other things. Right. And then you realize, and then also, like, I didn't feel as if I had a presence on Instagram. Mm-hmm. So, and I still, you know, in my opinion, you know, a lot of people are like, no, you got this many followers. I still don't, in my opinion, feel like my presence is there. You know what I mean? Um, just because of comparing. And I don't care what anyone says, everyone compares to herself. Mm-hmm. Beyonce compares herself. J-Lo compares himself. Everyone compares himself because it's a difference between comparing and then beating yourself down.
Right.
So you can like compare and look and just like, oh, okay, that's cute. I'm gonna do it better. That's a healthy way to do it, right?
Right.
Then there's a way of, dang, that looks great. I ain't gonna never be able to do nothing like that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I had a little bit of that because I did not understand Instagram. I didn't understand, like, how are they doing this with their phone?
Right.
Didn't know that you take it with a regular camera, you do it, you get a better model, you make sure every single thing is done. Make sure the hair is perfect, make sure the clothes are perfect, make sure the scene is perfect. You can't have a cat walking across the background and a beautiful model with all this light and then this trash in the back. That picture is so important. So everything needs to look great in it because it's your magazine.
Mm-hmm.
It's your Vogue. Instagram is your Vogue. And so you have to curate it to the client and the lifestyle and also the influence that you want to make. So, it took me a long time to realize that,
Right.
And so that was where my doubt. And then once I got it, it was like, boom. Right. And also, like, security comes with age. So, you think, oh, well, I ain't doing, J-Lo or Beyonce or, any of these people. So I guess people don't like me. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Because that's the way the world works. Meg Thee Stallion comes out, boom. Whoever's attached to her blows up.
Mm-hmm.
It just depends on the person you're working with for social media, but it does not equal quality. Not saying any of them are not quality.
Right.
But what I'm saying is that it's just popularity and influence, but it does not equal quality. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not saying, you know what I mean? What was I saying with this? I mean, so that was some of my doubts, like social media, because I just didn't understand it. Mm-hmm. I didn't know what people wanted to see from me.
Right.
Problem. So I was trying to do every single thing that I was seeing that I liked.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't work. Right. So then when I started doing myself, then everything switched. So it's like, oh, I'm not gonna do like, let me do this cut crease with this damn glitter on this damn eye and this damn lash and see how many likes it gets.
Mm-hmm.
No likes. Hardly any likes. You know what I mean? I'm like,
you basically just started doing you.
I did me and everything switched.
I could agree with that because I know when I first started doing makeup, I tried so hard to do a heavy beat. I tried so hard with the lashes and the cut crease, and I literally can't do it. Like I literally can't do it. My hand ends up blending everything away.
Yes.
It just becomes soft. And I really had a moment with myself, like, dang, if I don't know how to do makeup like this, then nobody's ever gonna book me. Like this seems to be what everybody wants. They want this heavy, like Instagram look. But it wasn't until I started to just go with how I naturally do makeup, then the people who want that look will definitely find you. So that even goes for people who do the Instagram makeup. The people who want their makeup like that, they definitely don't book me because I don't even post those kind of things on my page.
Right.
And vice versa. Like if you want a natural look, they're not going to book somebody who does like the heavy cut crease and the hard contouring and everything like that too.
But the beauty in that is that is a beauty moment in time. Yeah. Everybody doesn't want that every time.
Yeah.
So the same person that wants that super cut crease on Thursday may want to, I think I'm going to do like this soft thing today. Find me a new artist that can do, no, I don't want to use that same girl because that was, I don't feel that way. Let's do something soft. Who can do soft? That's what ends up happening. And so you have to think like that too, because it's not, it's not always about the trend.
Mm-hmm.
It's what gets the attention, but the attention don't last. You know what I mean? It's a picture, it goes away. It's all about setting up what your what your aesthetic is and what makes you different from everyone else. And that's when people will come to you for that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Everybody don't look good in the cut crease. A lot of people don't have lids.
I don't have lids.
You sure don't. You Asian.
I just daggone hooded eye. I can't do nothing over here. I'd be so mad.
But you know what? Somebody will try to put a cut crease on you.
Right.
Because that's all that they know.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know.
So definitely being versatile as an artist is important.
Being versatile as an artist is very, very, very important. And knowing all skin tones, knowing all skin finishes. Mm-hmm. Because that's one thing. You can be great at skin and the foundation will match perfect. If you don't get that finish right,
yeah,
that's what it's all about, that finish. Mm-hmm. Like, that's when a girl feels comfortable. Like when she finally looks, it may all look right, but there's just one thing off, and it's that polished. Mm-hmm. And that's what sets you apart from every single person. Every single person has a different finish, you know.
Nice. Mm-hmm. So for those artists that are out there trying to develop their signature style, because mm-hmm. it's definitely times where I could see a picture and I'm like, oh, that looks like Merrell did it, and it's you. I want to be able to have that too, where people could look at a picture like, Akuya did that. They're okay, right. Cool. So for those artists that are trying to build their signature style, how do you suggest they go about doing that?
You develop a signature style by, number one, time. You're not going to get a signature style in one shoot. Mm-hmm. You don't develop. A signature is just like a signature. Your signature when you were 5, when you were 6, when you were 12, when you were 11, then you were doing those bubble letters and you were doing, you know what I mean? All that stuff changes. Yeah. But your signature is something that remains the same throughout those years. Mm-hmm. So you have to pay attention to your artistry. When I do a shoot or whenever I do makeup, I always go back and look at what I could have done better, what things are a little bit off, or, ooh, I should have went right in the inside brow right there a little bit. I critique my work worse than anyone.
Yeah.
What happens is what remains the same, or how I learned that my signature was skin. Number one, from hearing it all the time. Like, mm-hmm. That boy know how to do some skin. Oh, that boy, your skin. You know, that's what I always hear. Mm-hmm. So because that in my heart, that's my passion. That's the thing that I wanted to perfect more than anything. Skin was first, then was brows. Brows were last, actually. I hate brows. I hate my own brows. Damn brows. They make you look so angry sometimes. Like I would always want to bleach them off. Yeah. Like if I didn't have any brows, I'd be so happy. Yeah. So, so I say that you just pay attention to your work, and the things that you fall in love in your work, pay attention to those things, mm-hmm. and make those things perfect, because that's the thing that is going to stand out and make you different from everybody else.
Nice. So when you're dealing with high-end clients, what are some of your business values that stand out to them that keep them booking you over and over again?
Are you enjoying the conversation? Be sure to tune in to part 2 of this amazing interview with Merrell Hollis. Thanks for listening to the Friends in Beauty podcast. Don't forget, sharing is caring. Share this episode with at least one friend in beauty, and subscribe, rate, and review on Apple Podcasts so that other friends in beauty can find this show. Plus, we'd love to hear your feedback. Connect with us on all social media platforms at Friends in Beauty, #Friends in Beauty to join the conversation, and join our Friends in Beauty Facebook community to stay connected. Talk to you soon.